So this is how to get into the parameters on our console, our latest console. So you turn the console off, back on, and as it's loading you press decimal point and you go straight into setup. Now please don't alter anything unless you know exactly what you're doing, or you're just going to create some spurious readings. So don't alter anything unless you know what you're doing. So to get out of parameters, you press the decimal point to save and get out again. So I'll just go through it again. Turn the console off, back on. When it loads, press decimal point really quickly. Don't keep your finger on it, just press it once. So it'll fire up in linear. So that's because you've got linear scales on there. You can have rotary, but if you haven't got rotary, don't press any buttons. So to move on, you just arrow down. The next one is XY res, or XYZ resolution. So on a lathe we only have the X and the Z. So at the moment we're on 5 micron, which is the standard scale. To change it, you just scroll through. So you press the red X, it goes to 10, and it goes scroll through. The only likely ones you're going to have is 5, 10, or 1 micron. Sometimes it's a 2, but you're certainly not going to have 0.1 or 0.2 or 0.5. So 1, 2, 5, or 10 are the most likely resolutions. But all our scales ship generally in 5 micron. Arrow down again for the next parameter. So this is, if you've just fitted your new system, you can change the direction of travel of the scale. It's very simple. So it says X, Y, Z, DIR for direction. So if you want to change which direction any of the scales go to, just press the red X next to the appropriate axis and it will change the direction for you. So your only possibles are 1 and 0. It's very simple. Okay, the next one is linear compensation. There's your imperial inch dot. You can have that as 5, but most people find that as too many. Next one down is back to linear again. So that's covered all the various parameters that you have in the console. So to save them and get out, you press the decimal point and it goes back to normal. But again, please don't change anything unless you know exactly what you're doing.